Okay, so I need to do a personal update. My mom, um, she pulled a gun on me. I was trying to sleep very late, this like one day for like 2 or 3 hours, right? Then, like, my little brother, like, he woke me up by screaming his head off while playing Fortnite. Like, this happens every fucking day. I'm certain. Like, my parents got on his ass for it, but he just keeps coming back to it. This is overall basically one of those like Fortnite nightmare stories. Like in fact, I've like another one if I can get to it. Dealing with this dude Sonic Freak, in his ex here, but some other time with that. So that's like the center of like this whole ordeal. I kept telling him to like turn down or turn the game off. But since I was like, no, that's what I do normally. Other times, like this is one of those times where I was really frustrated with him because I was tired. I was tired of the bullshit. So I was turning the game off. Maybe like 30 minutes later, after that, I was hearing him again playing like the same shit. I like unplugged the TV. I think it was like the TV. Like I turned like everything off. And after my mom heard about all of that, like she like came downstairs, trying to like get me like away from the game and from the TV and shit. I was telling him to, like go to his room. I see him going upstairs, but he went to like mom's room. So like so now this event is just taking place upstairs all of a sudden. And like I kept telling him to like go to his room, whether his room is literally the other way. And it's like next to my room too. So what this ended up turning to was mom again in my way, not even to like silence me, to have me away from him, but just so she can like continue having control over the situation. That was basically what that was. Like it sounds really awkward, but yeah, that's what this was. I just sat there next to the door because like I could keep going with this all day until I can get my damn sleep. Then that was when she pulled the gun out, and it was from my stepdad's side too. So when I saw this happen, I stepped out of the room and got my phone. Now I usually bring my phone on me just in case, and like she was saying, like she was gonna call the police, but I was like, no, I'm gonna call the police. I was already dialing 911 because she pulled the gun out on her own son. That was very dangerous. It's something that someone shouldn't do. And then she was also trying to call like the cops on me, but I beat her to it. But even if she beat me, to that, I was the one that recorded her. And the very first recording of I had on her was her having the gun behind her like back. And when she looked up at me, like with the phone going, she like snatched it really hard out of my hand. So like I have evidence. So after that, I pretty much had myself like in my room, and for the cops to come here, till I come to the house, I was in there for 2 hours. And then like my dad was calling, of course my girlfriend was calling me too about the whole thing, and when I was talking to my girlfriend about it though, she was saying how like the cops would have me go to like my to like another guardian, like another to like a parent's house, like my other parents' house, which would be my real dad. Just to get out of the house, basically. I never talked about it, but for like the longest time too, like my aunt kept threatening to like kick me out of the house, and I was gonna be homeless and shit. Like she said like a whole lot of crazy shit like around this, and I've been dealing with it for like a few years now. Within like the time frame, so by the time the cops got to me, or I got to the house, like I was and I was packing everything up, like my posters, my games, practically everything. Aside from the posters and games, like the most I packed album was of course like the consoles too. Was a lot of my anime shirts because I have like a lot of anime shirts and I plan to do um a video showcasing them, but I couldn't do it in time apparently with this. I should have done it much sooner basically. My dad came, like my real dad came to the house, and he was talking to my mom and I think my stepdad too. While waiting for the cops and shit. Well, there were actually two policemen that actually came here. Uh, Basically, what was happening was that like I had one cop and the other cop was talking to my parents. Like I did pack all my bags into the car too. And then like the cop that I was talking to, like he asked if I wanted to like press charges, after showing him like the evidence and shit, like the footage and shit. And I was like, no, like I just wanted her to like get the help that she needed. So it sounds like they're in the process of all that, but I'm not sure. Like as of currently. So what happened after this whole ordeal here was I went to I went into my dad's house with my car, so I was following him to his house. I was living there for a bit. Now with now my dad, my real dad, he lives like over 30 minutes like away from our workplace, UPS. And that made it like a whole lot harder to like go there because like UPS was only 5 minutes away from my original home here, and like I didn't really have room to myself. Like I was in like his other son's room most of the time. It was really problematic because like the sons, I guess, of my half brothers, like they ended up like sleeping in the like on the couch. What happened after all this was like, okay, sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. So like eventually, after like 2 or 3 weeks of me staying over there, um, I was like, I need like another job basically. So like I was also trying to see if I can get like housing to like help me, but they never got to me. So I was like, yeah, like I need like another job. So I did like apply to like a few places, but that was getting me nowhere as well. So I was like, okay, I still have some money on me, and I still work at UPS. So I was planning to wait out, get like more money, and fly out to Florida to my girlfriend's place and get a job up there. And I gave myself like a week to I gave myself like a week of being up there, give myself like a job up there, and if I couldn't get a job, I was gonna fly back. Now I was able to like fly up there, right? But the problem is that by the time like towards the week was up, I mean not getting a job too, um, I was running low on money. Cause like what kind of screwed me too was that I decided to like buy like my dad like a microwave and like a few clothes, and the clothes weren't like the lowest of prices. This includes pants and shirts. I really wish I brought like some of normal pants and shirts too, but I was really running out of space. So yeah, like what was looking like was that if I really wanted to like get back to to like Texas, if I paid for that flight, I was looking at only having 50 left. So I talked to my girlfriend about it, and I talked to my dad about it, and my dad was saying like, yeah, it would be a much better idea for you to um for you to just stay up there. I was like, okay, fine. But what also happened was that I lost my car because apparently I wasn't up to date with paying like my car notes and shit. Like the last time I paid it was like very late last year, so that ended up screwing me. Even though I could have been sure I paid it at least once, still. Um, and like my dad was always telling me how like they could take your car away even if you're late once. So I kind of what ended up happening there. So I was like 2 months behind basically. So I ended up losing my car, back in Texas, while I'm up here in Florida. So I've been up here in Florida for like the past like 2 weeks. Okay, can I make that 3 weeks? Yeah, I believe so. I'll have the day when I like arrived, but yeah. Um, yeah, like a whole lot to deal with here. So as it's looking now, like I still need like a job while I'm up here to have some income, coming in from me. I used to be really successful. Well, not even really successful. I used to really actually get somewhere on like YouTube, but my first channel and again, shut down. I'll talk about that some other time. Just bullshit left and right. Now the only thing good that happened with me was how like my girlfriend went, no, my girlfriend and her dad were able to get a car very recently. Like this was really like last week, literally. So with the car, I can just keep paying for gas. So I can get to whatever interview for a job I can get to. That's much better than not having a car and going back to my dad's place and expect him to take me to like work all the time and like work at my UPS. That's like Monday to Friday, so it'd be very inconvenient for him to like do all that traveling for me, especially if it's 30 minutes each time. Yeah, like it wasn't gonna happen. And like I spoke to them about okay, like, this is gonna be it's gonna be like a part two for UPS because I know because I did a lot of recording for a part one, but I'm definitely doing a part two because there's like extra bullshit happening with UPS. Bring up to Florida's UPS, and then they were like, well, you have to be with us for like a year, like over a year, and I was like, I well, I've been working with y'all since 2019, and the deal was like, well, like it has to be like basically he was like it has to be well, like as people like with your current employment instead of the previous time because I quitted for like Amazon when I was working with UPS and Amazon at the same time, which I should have done that like much longer, like twice as long as I did like before, because I was getting some real money. So like what I should have done too was like pay the car off. Well, actually, when I was with Amazon and UPS, I like that was like before like the that was with my previous car, like before that broke down. So like, I should have gone like car insurance while I was with them, then got my oil change, and then do whatever with like the money after that. Cause like all I needed was like the oil change. I guess I'll cover that some more time. But yeah, ever since then I had to get like a new car. And then now I lost the new car, and I had my dad hold all that stuff hold all the stuff that was in the trunk of the car. He like recently got all the stuff out, so he has it somewhere in his house. And I told him like, oh, it's gonna take me like a few months to get back over there and to like get all my stuff back, because like I've like barely like half my consoles with him a lot right now. Like this includes like other bags too, and like the reason why I couldn't bring him with me on the fly was because I didn't want to like have myself paying for bags with like Southwest because I already brought 2 big bags with me. They weren't like the biggest. It was really like the gym bag that was stuffed as hell. That was kind of killing me. The backpack really wasn't any problem. So that's what's been happening with me recently. Um, and yeah, that's how like the update looks. So I really need to get to getting like a job, get my busy with like videos, so I can I don't have to like worry about this whole transfer thing from like job to job, dealing with local jobs and shit. So yeah, um, a pretty big update, I know, but this would have been like 3 times longer if I told y'all everything that happened to me in my personal life. So yeah, that's like that's the update. Sorry, like if it got mad depressing, but yeah, um, that's how things look over here, and yeah, this is Hot Take Central, and I'm out.